Hello to the internet, and welcome back to another episode of Creative Struggles, Pines Park. Today we had the first coaster, and with it, the first time this park has had the potential of being scrapped. Fortunately, with a little perseverance and staring at my monitor for 9 days, we got a finished build. What a wonderful Christmas present. Now let's see what we got, shall we? Hello to the internet, welcome back to Pines Park, where we're finally adding a coaster. Only took me 4 episodes, and a lot longer than that because I am having a bit of creator's block at the moment. You know, just normal stuff where like you'd have no idea what the heck you're doing and you don't know what you want to do with it. So, yeah, this build got like significantly almost this entire park almost got scrapped basically. The literal only reason I didn't scrap this park was because it was already underway and already on the channel. If this thing was not on the channel, it would 100% have gotten scrapped. So, thanks for watching, I guess. That's about all I could say there. Thanks for watching, because otherwise this park would have got scrapped. And I think I got it to like a state that I like it. You know, I don't know. But like this build has just been like such a pain in the side for me. I don't really know why. It's not that hard to build. It's not a big area. And this stuff was like filmed well over a month ago. Probably about a month and a half ago. Cause holy crap, this is old footage. Like holy cow. I think this is like originally gonna be like a test layout. I was gonna redo it later, but I liked it so much I just recorded it. And I just liked it, so. And also because at the time I didn't want to do the entrance area because I was struggling, couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it. And I still am like not really happy with the entrance. Like I still don't really like it that much. There's not really much I can do about that. So, but yeah. Sorry if I'm a little tired. It's 11:30. I really probably should not be up editing a video, but you know, what am I gonna do? So you'll notice that the rest of the episode has some like spotty recording footage and stuff, and I think this might be the last episode, like at least during coaster stuff, that I do a first, second, third update. I think I'm just gonna do time lapse, run through, and then maybe just final update. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to ask you guys about that one just because I don't really know, but you'll be able to answer that in comments. This coaster does need a name, so it'd be really nice if you guys could give me a name. Don't really know what I was doing here. Raptor sort of has that like some weird like transition thing into the mid-course, so I think I just wanted to do that, but I just went with a normal basic helix into the mid-course, which works way better than whatever the heck I was going with there. So this is probably, actually this is like a really good coaster. Like this is easily my best invert. The smoothing tools in this game are superb. However, I need no track limits, please. That is my main problem with this game right now. Just because like the problem is I've been trying to do a King Ka recreation. I can sort of get the drop style to work and the vertical twist to going up. However, there's no way to smooth it. There's literally zero chance you can ever smooth it, which is a problem because the in-game version elements suck. They're horrible. They are just probably the worst elements I've ever seen in my life. They're not that. It's not that bad. I'm over-exaggerating, but like they're way out of proportion. They should not be profiled that way. They're not good. I don't like it. So the solution is basically just, or at least with the mods in the first game, you'd be able to just do whatever you want, and that's how I did it. I'm probably just gonna have to do a recreation in the first game. Just gonna have to go back to the first game and finish the one I already have, which, you know, it's whatever. I'll upload that when COD gets blown up, because we do know when it's getting blown up. We know when it's getting blown to smithereens, so yeah. This entire part, I don't even know why I'm bothering showing you this part, but you know, I'm just gonna show you exactly what I was thinking. It's a disaster. So the entire first section of the ride gets scrapped because, or not the first section of the ride, everything up to that drop is right how it is right now. However, everything I'm about to build is gonna get changed. This corkscrew is, I for everything could not remember how to profile corkscrews. It's just because I'm slow, I'm stupid. That is horrible profiling, by the way. Don't ever profile your corkscrews like that. That overbank is horrible. Everything about this bit is horrible. The helix is okay. This transition I actually do like. That transition I do actually like the look of, but everything else in this after bit sucks. And the main reason I scrapped what we have right now, I never started my stopwatch. Whoops. Just gonna start that now, so that'll be 20 minutes later when I end the time lapse. But whatever. So the reason I want to scrap it is because the maintenance shed would have to go under the lift hill in its current setup like that, which doesn't work. And my two options were have a same side enter and exit scenario, which is a horrible idea. Don't ever do that unless you literally have to, because it causes a bunch of problems that you don't want in your park. Don't do that. You should try and have different sides for enter and exit, and preferably on and offload stations if you can. You know, if your ride is like not going to have a great amazing capacity to start with, you should probably try to have an unload and load station. Just my recommendations, you know, just so your ride has some chance of hitting its capacity. Just look it up, an El Toro ride video, he'll explain it. But yeah, so this is before, I think a couple days before the update came out. I was just redoing this area just because I didn't like it. This is like right before, so I'd already done, I think this was after the train station that I did, so this was after last episode. However, before anything you're going to see after this build. So now I'm just trying to get this overbank to function correctly, because I want it to line up with the straight track. Because this straight track is necessary, unfortunately. I did also want the straight track just because straight track on Invert just look cool. I don't know why. I do like it. I also just realized I did not put a ride photo camera on this ride. I will do that eventually. They're not functional though because we don't have custom images yet. I'm pretty sure we're getting them eventually. But yeah, this is like not an easy part. So yeah, the best thing you can do is if you're struggling to line something up, always terrain paint or use paths. That is what I found is like a great idea. Just try and keep that, especially those white lines that mark where you're above. That is literally probably your best friend. It's amazing. So yeah, since this episode is now going up after the December update, I can talk on some things. I finally got the DLC. We're definitely using one of those coasters in the park, and we all know which one. No, I don't really care about the Vekoma at all. I thought it was a Togo when I first saw the trailer. I was like, what the heck is this? That looks really weird. What is it? I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, probably one of my more stupid enthusiasm moments, but you know, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, we got the everything profiled now, everything built. We all know which one I'm going to use for the park. It's pretty obvious. Also, I just want to say Merry Christmas because when this episode's going up, it's Christmas Eve. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yeah, so I am probably not going to. I'm going to try and get one more episode of this out this year. Maybe the 31st. I hope I can get it out sooner. I would like to get it out the 30th. 30th at latest, just because I want it. The goal is to hit 500 subs this year. Obviously, you guys know this. I want to hit 500 subs this year. I don't think it's going to happen. We are, unless this episode, like, blows up or something, we are probably not hitting it. Let's see what we're at. We're at 482 still. Yeah. I was at 483 for a little bit, but dropped out. A couple people unsubscribed, so. Yes, I do mean a couple people, because someone, because someone subscribed. I was at 481, and then someone subscribed back at 42. So, you know, we're doing good. It's fine if we don't hit 500 this year. We are going to hit it soon. I would be really happy if we did hit it this year, because that means we would go from 100 to 500 in a year. But that's fine if we don't. I wouldn't be mad. It'd probably be no one's fault besides mine. So, yeah. So now we're just doing custom sports, and these pieces are great. They pretty much the exact same as the ones we had in the first game. But I do find it odd that they gave us the aero suspended supports, but didn't give us the aero suspended coaster, which I'm thinking they just didn't do it. That, the bobsled, and the seagull coaster, all because they require special physics, which they didn't even do for water slides. So I think that makes sense of why they didn't do it. But it's still really annoying because I was gonna put an aero suspended in the park. I love those. I love building those things. They are so awesome. Originally wanted to have one in Brockton Landing, but didn't function, just didn't work because there's literally no room in that park. I crammed that thing to the brim. I made sure that every plot of land was used. That's why we had that vertical lift coaster at the very end. Water's good. That tastes good. Alright, so yeah. The supports are really good. This is probably my best supported invert too. Like the pinnacle of my work for coasters even. That makes me sound like a narcissist, but who cares? This is probably one of my best coasters I built in a while. Definitely the best coaster I'm playing too. We're not even gonna mention the whatever it's called. What crap? What was it called? We're not even gonna mention the Golden Hyper or that really trash tilt coaster I never even posted on YouTube. We're not gonna talk about that. That tilt coaster was actually really cool, but like, you know, it's a bit unrealistic for a tilt coaster. So, I mean, for an old gen tilt coaster, that is new gen tilt coaster, that'd be probably fine. But yeah, so yeah, supports are great. The game is going great. There's a lot of crap thrown at Frontier, but like, hey, they owned up to their mistakes on stream, so that was probably a little hard for their ego. So, you know, if they did that, then I have faith in them. You know, they'll make this game great. You know, you gotta, like, obviously, I thought this game would be in a better state at launch. I guess I just didn't remember from Planet Zoo. Like, obviously, Planet Zoo had issues at launch. I remember there was a couple days where the franchise mode just didn't function because their servers were offline, and it was an absolute pain. It was an absolute pain in the balls to do, and because I literally only played franchise mode at the time. I'm definitely not gonna ever play franchise mode in this game because I don't like playing with money. It's just, I don't like it. It's not as fun, you know. I just like building stuff. You know, I'm sure I will do that, and I think I'm going to also do a series on the campaign. However, those aren't my top priority. I don't really care about the campaign at all. And I'm gonna be honest, how many of you guys care about it either? I'm gonna do it just because it's free content, but like, who the heck really cares? So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. I don't really give a crap about the campaign at all, but some of y'all might, so I'm gonna do it. You know, I haven't seen any campaign playthroughs. I did the first few. I didn't record it. I'm probably just gonna redo it, which, you know, it's fine. I cheese everything anyway. I don't really care. Yeah, they did add that splash thing, so, and the whatever, the slide physics, they're working on it, and I don't really mind that it's not in at launch. Like, water slides are not my cup of tea anyway. Like, probably the most annoying thing about it is the drop slides. I'm still a little upset about that. I'm a little upset. I was upset about something. My biggest like thing before the game came out was like wood coasters looking like plastic, which I don't think they do. No, I don't think they do now. But they look good now. But before the game came out, they look in the footage. They look like plastic, and I was like, oh my god, that's hideous. Yeah. But yeah. I don't really know what to say. I'm just like talking on just for the sake of talking. Yeah. And I don't really mind that the auto-generated supports are bad. They're okay in most circumstances, but like, I just like making my own supports for fun. You know, I just enjoy doing it. I just like controlling every aspect of the coaster. From the design of the structure to everything. And I think just making it yourself just gives like an extra sense of like pride in it. And especially because I'm definitely a narcissist. So, oh my goodness, my throat does not like the winter. It is miserable in New Jersey. I'm just gonna say that. And I don't really care about the drones that much. I don't really care about the drones. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the miserable weather in this god-awful state. Because we all know nobody likes it here. But, so, yeah, the support structure, we did get 2-meter paths now. They're not, like, officially in the game, but, like, you can make 2-meter paths. It's so nice. Who doesn't love making a good 2-meter path that was literally impossible in the first game? Except that was, and I just didn't know about it. Or really care how to do it, so... I'm pretty sure it was, like, connecting 2 queues or something. It probably wasn't that hard, but I didn't really want to do it. So, I liked working with the game, making big open plazas by covering up the paths. That is like another annoying feature, that we have to have the curb. Like, I don't mind it for the plazas, but for the queue lines, at least just let me turn them off. Like, that's the main problem I have with this. And, like, you know, I probably eventually will make a big non-functional park, because I don't even play with guests on. I hate the guests so much. It'd also be nice if we could turn off the test dummies. That might actually be a feature already. I just don't do any research, so it was in console, so. But yeah, I'd like to turn off the test dummies just so I can like get good footage of these rides, because like, you know, we're gonna have some crazy stuff in this park, and like you'll see 2-3 coasters that are gonna be in this park, not the layouts or anything, but like 3 coasters up there are pretty rides. You know, yeah, we're just sitting here, doing stuff, looking at the coaster, in pause mode. I'm an excellent commentator, by the way. So, yeah, anyway, we got King to Con demolition stuff up now, not on my channel, but, like, permits are up, so that sucks. It's officially being bulldozed, it's being blown to smithereens. So that's gonna be sad to watch, but you know, it's okay if they give us something good. If it's that crappy tower coaster, well, that park may as well just be doomed, because we're not gonna talk about it. We all know no one wants that tower coaster. It did not look good at all. I don't care if it's spinning or not. Like, an extreme spinner, I'm not opposed to that idea. I think it would have to be a strata though. Like, that is my opinion. It would have to be a strata extreme spinner. Which, you know, at that point, you should have just reused King of Con structure, put spinner trains on it. Like, it would have looked sick. It would have been sick. However, no. So, I do think we're going to get a strata. I do think we're going to get something about as tall as King of Con. I don't think they'd want to, like, do that from a marketing point. I think they're going to want to stick with the tallest coaster in the US. And we do know it's going to be record-breaking, so I'm thinking it's going to be an extreme spinner. The question is whether or not it's going to be that shuttle coaster, which I hope not. It wouldn't make much sense for this park, considering they're just getting Flash now. If they're getting Flash 1 year before, it wouldn't make sense to add 2 shuttle coasters back-to-back. And I know Batman Robin Chiller was technically 2 shuttle coasters, but that was like 1 ride, if you know what I mean. So that doesn't count. And same with Lightning Loops. It's 1 ride, you know, it's built like that. Water. So yeah, I'm going to stop the voiceover now, just so you guys can watch the remainder of the time lapse. So I can stop yapping, as the kids might say. So yeah, I'm going to end the time lapse. I will see you guys in about 5 minutes when I, what's it called? When I go to the first update. Sorry about the mic quality, just because it's going to be a little, I'm going to have to raise the volume. It might get deep fried a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't. That would suck. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, people of the internet, it's the big one. We got the coaster in. You saw me build it, do the supporting stuff. So glad we finally got some supports in the game. They should have been from the beginning. It's absurd they weren't. And, yeah, there's a bit of controversy going around with the update, but, you know, by the time this video is going out, it's probably blown over a little bit. But, you know, the stuff that's in the update should have been in the base game. It should have been already in its launch. The DLC stuff should be in the base game. I'm still going to buy it. I don't have it yet, but I'm still going to buy it. And I don't really care. $10 is not that much money. It's okay. It's not too much money. It should be a little cheaper. It should be free, but it's fine. Whatever. But yeah. So this is what we did last episode. We did our train station area. I was a little iffy about this. I might add like something right here. I feel like maybe it's just this area like bugging me out because there's like nothing right there, and there's like just big open space behind it. And it just looks a little weird. But I like this area, and we also have glass now. We do have glass, so everything's done now with the glass. I just have to do lighting in some of the buildings. And I'm pretty sure all the buildings need lighting. But yeah, let's go through the layout. So we got our curved drop, standard for an invert. This is probably my best profile drop on an invert ever. Like, it took so long to get right, but like, you know, that like swooping dive, you have that little like point right there that flips. It literally looks amazing. I love it. Then you go into a loop, a 0G roll, and instead of in one, I want to do a Cobra roll, just so you can have like the silver bullet like moment, but also like sort of Incredible Hulk with the colors. It like almost looks like an inverted Hulk basically at the entrance. That's what it looks like to me, and I like it. I do like the color scheme. Like that. It's not the whippiest Cobra roll, but you know it's okay. Then you go into a helix, similar to Raptor, but not exactly the same. Then you go into a nice snap into the mid-course. I don't think trim's there. But then you drop down into a straight drop. Katun does this. It's perfectly acceptable. Then it goes into corkscrew, which is probably my best profile corkscrew in a really long time. I really like this one. This is actually second attempt at it just because the first one was miserable. And I didn't like the layout. So it was too slow. So fix it. Then I have this turn that was supposed to be like Nemesis. The Nemesis overbank turn, I think. It's not really overbanked. It's just like high bank turn. But it didn't really work out well. So it's sort of just like a forceless turn to send you into some straight track, which is very necessary so you can line up to the end of the ride, which will have a helix into a very aggressive snap, just like Raptor. You go down the brake run into this right here. The layout was originally different because I wanted to have the transfer track right here, but that does not work because the helix would have been here. The supports would have had to go right through the maintenance shed and the transfer track, so I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm going to move it, redo the layout, and then we got this. The maintenance is going to have to be like right there, I think, just so I can make it work. And yeah. But yeah, so this is our area for this week. We're going to probably finish up this ride because we still need to put foliage in here. Probably might redo the foliage around here. I'm not too big a fan of it. I think it looks a little too much. But yeah. Then right here we're going to have a building. Probably like a gift shop of sorts. Ride photos. Probably like 2 vendors or something. Probably lockers or something. I'm not too sure. I don't think I'm going to need lockers. I think I might just put them right here. Make something. You know, like I normally do. We have a chair swing right there. And then we're going to ignore everything after this point just because I don't know what I want to put there. But yeah, this is not a big space to work with. Actually, no, it's a huge space to work with. I have plenty of room. But we don't got to worry about most of it yet. Ignore that. RIP. Just ignore that stuff over there. So, yeah. I'm going to get to work building the area. I have no idea how this is going to look. But we'll see. We'll see in a moment. So, it's been 9 days, and I've done a little bit. Actually, I've done a lot. Like, I've done a good amount, but, like, most of this stuff was done in, like, 2 days. And those are few and far between, so could be way better, but, you know, whatever. So, I'm just going to quickly explain the coasters. I want to have the tote coaster next episode, and I want to have this stand-up coaster over here somewhere. This is roughly how I want it. Not too sure how exactly, but something like this. And something like that. But, you know, those are the colors that I want it to be, and I think I like it. But yeah, so I went with this style for the station. It's sort of similar to Raptor at Cedar Point. Sorta, except with, like, more genericness. And then we have the maintenance shed, which up close this looks a little weird, but, like, from afar, you don't really notice it. It's pretty normal. I'm not going to do the interior just because there's really no way to. But I like this. It's okay. What else? We got plants. I've started using reeds as bushes because I saw it in a video online. I was like, holy crap. That's weird, but it looks really good. And I'm never going back. So, yeah. That's about it. Then over here, I decided to go with the sort of a similar architecture to what we did in Brocken Landing with the corkscrew area. I can hear that top spin really loudly and you guys can't, so I'm gonna torture you too by actually maybe that good. But yeah, so have probably should move that over. Yeah, I just doing something similar to Brocken Landing except a little bit nicer. I don't know, it's green. Just matches the coaster. You know, it looks good enough, I guess. You know, it's distinct enough, different from the entrance. I do like it, but you know, I'm trying to make it a little bit different. This entire area almost got redone today just because, I don't know, I didn't really like it. I do like it, but like looking at other people's parks just puts mine to shame. Like, I don't know, I'll get better at it as we go on. I'm probably gonna redo this foliage. I hate it. Well, I hate it from above. From this level, it looks okay. I might also just keep it because of that. Ignore the tree. I have done literally nothing to this ride. I will go do a boundary along this just cause. But we're gonna end it right here just cause, you know, we're gonna do this entire area next episode, or at least this area next episode. This stuff might get done a little later on. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I gotta say here. I've done only one building worth of detailing. Mainly because just like, you know, I don't like doing detailing. Nobody does. It's a miserable task. Nobody enjoys it. But it looks good. And I know I'm only using blueprints because I don't have the patience to do all this. But this looks good. Might add a screen right there just to make it look a little bit better. But yeah, I am happy with it. I guess. Not as happy as I can get with it. But yeah, we're also gonna have lockers right here and something right here. Probably like a little drink stand or something. I'm not really sure. And we have ride photos, which is not done, but this is about all it's gonna be because there's not really anything you can use to make ride photos. The screens for whatever reason are huge and not resizable. I don't know. Why can't we have 1 meter screens again? We had them in the first game. Why can't we have them here? But it's whatever. But yeah, like, I'm enjoying this game, but I just find myself getting frustrated a lot just because the pieces I know in the first game aren't here anymore. I lack inspiration for whatever reason, and I'm just struggling, so it's definitely just a creator's block. It will get better as the series go on. But yeah, so I also decided to take the park in a completely different direction than it was originally. So we're still going to have like normal stuff. It's still going to be a pretty big park. However, it's not going to be like as ambitious as it was before. It's just going to be a little scaled back, you know. But it's fine. It'll still be a great park series. You guys still love it. And yeah, so I'm going to finish the build now. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright people, we finally finished this build and this has taken so long since the update. It's been 11 days since the update, right? Because this came out on the 12th, so yeah. 11 days since the update. Made this coaster several weeks ago, fine-tuned it, and now it's completely done, ready to go. The area is at a point where I'm happy with it, and holy crap, this view. Needs a name, so any names suggested would be really nice. Generic or not, you know, could be generic, could be themed. Just make sure it'll like fit with the area. I'd prefer a generic name just so like don't have to do any work for it, but you know. But yeah, so let's actually just get in there. Peep view. So I put some plans right here. Might do it along these ones too. Just gonna see how I like it. But yeah, I didn't put any there for a reason. Probably just me being an idiot, which I am. So we're gonna start with this Viva La Vegan thing. I don't really care for this restaurant type, but like, you know, it's whatever. And you will notice I put lights in all the buildings, so which we'll look at that in the end. Because there's some night lighting, not on the coaster, but there's just maybe only on the roll, just because That's actually killer view. Hold up, we need to screenshot that. Just get the good screenshot right there. There we go. Yeah, screenshots. But yeah, so that's our Viva La Vegan. It's just a normal restaurant, you know. I just made it look a little bit weird, just like, you know, a little gloomy and stuff. Make it look nice. Then we have ride photos, which doesn't really have any detailing. If we can figure out how to do this stuff, then I will go back and do that detailing, but right now we just don't really know how to. So I can't really do it. The hat's fantastic, which I think was on the last episode, but, I mean, not last episode, last update. Then we have lockers, which is just the locker blueprint that everybody uses. And then a Gulpy sandwich I just did a little bit ago, which, you know, it's a Gulpy. Who doesn't love Gulpy? Then we have this thing, if you want to name it, that'd be really nice. Then we have a Gelato Bros. And a Justin Memento. So, yeah, let's go in the queue line now. I haven't actually been in this. So you go right next to the building. Right next to the 0G. It looks giant from here. Big chunky support right there. Then you go down this way. It's not a big queue. Mainly just because, like, there's not really much room to put a queue line in here. Pretty close in. To have the don't lie fencing, I do love it. Do like this area fencing now. Reeds look amazing as always. And then we have the station building, which has our good old spots on the ground. And concrete. So you unfortunately cannot customize the floor of the station, which would mean that it just had to be asphalt, which, no. So I used my good old handy trick I always did in Planko 1, and that's just, like, pretty much just use concrete. I always use a floor tile thing. In this case, I used plaster, colored it gray so it looks like concrete, and it works perfectly. Might have to fine tune the dispatch time because I think it's dispatching a little too fast. The interval works, I just think it needs a little more time because it's honestly kind of screwing up the operations a little bit. Just, I'll probably give worse operations, you know. Yeah, should probably put stuff right down there. That's a little ugly. You should be able to see that. But yeah, so then we're gonna go down this way. Just gotta quickly teleport. We have our maintenance shed, which you guys saw last time. Our good old transfer tray. Just look at it. It's so beautiful. Who doesn't love a good B&M invert? But yeah, so then you go down this ramp, which what the heck? So it's not an entire smooth path, I guess. I guess there's a few bumps in it, but who cares? It's fine. It's the best you can do with 2-meter paths. So, yeah. I just put like a bunch of trees around everything, so like it's a lot more forested. It looks a lot better now, in my opinion. I know you can't. I don't think you can hear it. Hold up. I don't think you can hear it. I'm just gonna raise the volume a little bit so you can actually hear the thing. There we go. Okay. Back to the ride photos. So, that is our invert. Now, next episode, I think I want to do the tilt coaster, which this is not going to be layout. This is just a placeholder, so I know where I have the sight line and stuff. I know where I want the area. That's just for me. It's going to change. Same with this. Same with this. Oh, yeah. I finally got the DLC, so I just started messing around with this. I'm probably going to have something like this in the park somewhere. This would also, like, if you supersize this, probably be a worthy replacement for King, which we do know exactly when it's going to be bulldozed. And by bulldozed, I mean blown up. So, yeah, so next episode we're just gonna do this area. I don't think I'm gonna put any buildings right here. Probably just gonna keep this nice and empty. You know, just like make it look nice. That's what I want. But yeah, so look at it. It looks beautiful. Now, sorry, this is a bit of a short update. I want to get this episode out tomorrow, which is December 24th, aka Christmas Eve. I originally wanted to do this on Christmas, but then I realized no one's gonna watch that because it's Christmas. Who the heck watches YouTube on Christmas? Me, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I want to have this up tomorrow, where people are still spending time with their family, but like, you know, maybe some people will watch it. And Tuesdays are like my original upload days. So, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I did also say I was going to show you the night lighting. Yes, looks beautiful. I just did this like a minute ago, so I haven't actually taken it in that much. But like, you know, just lit up the Cobra roll a little bit, just, you know, it's right there. You gotta have something there. And I also found this cool ceiling fan in the workshop. yeah, that's about it. This is a cool ceiling fan on the workshop. So I might make the lights a little warmer, I think, because it just looks dumb. This needs to be a little dimmer and warmer. I think everything needs to be warmer, but the Viva La Vida needs to be dimmer too. And then this also has lighting, just because I did lighting before. So yeah, that is all we got today, guys. So I will see you guys in the next one. Please do leave any suggestions for this park. I am struggling. Like, give me suggestions for, like, especially the building. The building is the hardest part. I'm like super insecure about the entrance. It feels so inadequate. Like not this part. This part I love, but everything beyond the entrance gate, I just don't. I'm not really a fan of. So like any like support, like reassuring. If you guys like it, then I'll be happy with it. But like any like way to help me improve it will also be nice too. So yeah, thanks for watching, people. I will see you guys in the next one. Here's a good POV of the ride.